Hello and welcome to my guide on PDWs, Personal Defense Weapons in Battlefield 4. PDWs are only exclusive to the Engineer class. PDWs are only good in close quarters due to the high damage drop-off at range. I will showcase each of my favorite PDWs in Battlefield 4, and then narrow them down to top 5. To start with, I'm running with the MX4. The MX4 is the first PDW unlocked for the Engineer class with a rate of fire of 830 rounds per minute, 2.6 second reload time, and 3.6 for an empty reload. The MX4 has a rather high recoil multiplier of 2.3. For my setup, I'm running the reflex sight, laser sight, and a suppressor to help keep me off the minimap. For my grip, I'm running the stubby grip, as if you're at point blank range, recoil isn't too difficult to control. The UMP-45 is unlocked after the PP-2000, has a fire rate of 600 rounds per minute, 1.85 seconds for reload, 2.5 for an empty reload. Two standout features is its low recoil and the 45 caliber rounds it fires. It is not the greatest PDW overall, but does benefit in hardcore mode. For my setup, I ran the Cobra, no accessory, heavy barrel, and a stubby grip. In hardcore mode, the UMP-45 has the ability to one-shot headshot enemies. The CBJMS is like the PP-2000 but does everything better. Has a fire rate of 700 rounds per minute, 50 round mag, 2.4 second reload time, 3.3 for an empty reload. Its 50 round mag makes it beneficial to take down multiple enemies at once. Another standout feature is its velocity of 520 meters per second. For my setup, I ran the Coyote sight, laser sight, and the heavy barrel. As previously mentioned, the CBJMS is very beneficial to use in games like Conquest for those constant mid-range engagements. The PDWR is a middle-of-the-road PDW, has a rate of fire of 750 rounds per minute, 2.5 second reload time, 3.4 for an empty reload. Its low recoil makes it beneficial to use in Conquest mode, making it easier to hit your targets at medium range. For my setup, I ran the Coyote sight, laser sight, and a heavy barrel. Due to its low recoil, the PDWR might even be considered to some players the best in the game. The CZ3A1 has a rate of fire of 1000 rounds per minute, 1.9 second reload time, and a solid 3 seconds for an empty reload. Its high recoil multiplier of 3 makes it very difficult to hit your targets at range. To mitigate that, you'll want to run the weapon on burst fire mode. When running the weapon on burst fire mode, the first shot recoil multiplier is not transferred until the third shot. The best playstyle for the CZ3A1 is to run on close quarters maps like Operation Locker. For my setup, I ran the Coyote sight, no accessory, muzzle brake, and a stubby grip to mitigate some of that recoil. The P90 is unlocked through the campaign, has a fire rate of 900 rounds per minute, a 50 round mag, a 2.9 second reload time, and 3.55 for an empty reload. The standout feature to the P90 is its bullpup design. The bullpup design improves firing while on the move, whether aiming down sights or hip firing. For my setup, I ran the Coyote sight, laser sight, and a suppressor to keep me off the minimap. And at other times, to improve the high recoil at times, I would run the muzzle brake. The AS-Val is unlocked through the second Assault DLC. Has a rate of fire of 900 rounds per minute and a 20 round mag, which means that you're going to be reloading constantly. However, the silver lining is the fast reload time of 1.95 seconds and 2.8 for an empty reload. Two standout features of the AS-Val is its high damage, its integrated suppressor and heavy barrel to help you improve accuracy while aiming down sights and keeping you off the minimap. For my setup, I ran the Cobra or the Coyote sight, laser sight, and a stubby grip. At times I would run the angle grip, but in this footage I'm also running the ergo grip to improve with hip fire accuracy. The MPX is unlocked through the Dragon's Teeth DLC, another middle-of-the-road PDW. Has a rate of fire of 850 rounds per minute, and has a reload time of 2.1 seconds and 2.55 for an empty reload. The only challenge to unlocking the MPX is the ability to find chain link servers, as that's the game mode you need to play to complete the assignment. For my setup, I ran the reflex sight, laser sight, compensator just to reduce that side-by-side recoil, and an ergo grip to give me more of an edge in close quarters. Last but not least is the MP7, unlocked through the China Rising DLC. It has a fire rate of 950 rounds per minute, 2.4 second reload time, and 2.65 for an empty reload. For my setup, I ran the Cobra sight, laser sight, muzzle brake for my barrel, and at other times would run the heavy barrel. For the grip, you only integrate it to use the folding grip as it's integrated to the weapon itself. And now I'll rank my personal top 5 favorite PDWs. It was a difficult decision to choose which one to go in the top 5 tier list. I will still make a special mention of the PDWs that I covered in this video. If you agree or disagree with my choosings, please comment below why. If you found this video helpful, please drop a like and subscribe.